How you guys doing? This satellite man, his government people have tried to play this game where they have tried to say this shit all the time. Like he said Hollywood chewed you up and spit you out. I grew up in Hollywood. I have legal residency in Hollywood at my mother and father's mansions. I went to performing arts schools. Those performing arts schools need to sue these people too. Went to film school too. These people need to get sued for holding me hostage. Haven't received any of the lawsuits yet. Now look how many years I've been held hostage by these people. And this government man tries to communicate saying that he didn't think I had any talent at all. This government man tried to claim he said I was a shitty athlete. This government man has tried to downgrade me in every way, and he's tried to steal my accomplishments. This government man said he was a better singer than me. Said he was a better actor in film of any kind, better than me. Now, see, obviously, people at the Screen Actors Union and the Directors Union and AFI and AFTRA and Cenex and Central Casting, they need to do something. The Oscars need to do something. The Grammys need to do something. Obviously, there's a problem with the way things are organized and the way things are being handled. The mishandling of this situation can be considered definitely attempts of murder. And the accountants at my mother and father's companies, there needs to be a review of what they have tried to do for me. I have not received anything. I own the copyrights of the companies. So in reference to the people that are trying to play these tricks and their manipulations, there has to be some people in law that goes after these people that are disrespecting me. And no, I have not received anything. If James Cameron tried to send anything in the postal mail, I haven't received anything. If anybody sent anything in the postal mail in reference to the companies. So in reference to the activities of law, the law is not being handled correctly. The activity of the abuses, the no regard or disregard of the facts is not being handled appropriately in reference to prosecuting and setting the record straight against these people. These people have been slandering my character. These people have been blocking me from my mother and father's companies. Oh, yeah. And somebody wants it known that, they've communicated that I'm the owner of the William Morris Agency, which was owned by my father, which I'm the owner. How many people from the William Morris Agency have tried to help get me movie roles at my mother and father's production companies? Find out who the big wig is in Hollywood that's holding me hostage. Which producers or directors have requested me for movies and television and music. Still being held hostage. Obviously, maybe it needs to go to a higher court in reference to the situation. These people are discriminating against my race, against me, and against my parents. When I'm the owner of the deeds department of my mother and father's companies. I'm the owner of the company's deeds. But these people are trying to steal the budgets of the companies. These people are trying to manipulate the media to cover up that they're stealing from me and they're holding me hostage and blocking me from my rights. And in reference to the the California Chamber of Commerce, or hello Colorado Chamber of Commerce, how you guys doing? And hello in reference to New York City and other places. These people are still holding me hostage. I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates. My parents couldn't give nothing away to nobody else. My parents could only give everything to me. It even says that on treasury documents, because I'm the only bloodline, 100% bloodline of my parents. So in reference to the activity of the no compliance, there needs to be a law firm that just steps up and says, okay, this is what's got to be done. And obviously law firms have not done that. My parents owned some law firms too, didn't they? So obviously there's a major problem in reference to these people that are just pretending like they don't know what to do. Well, obviously some people should know what to do. And this no compliance is endangerment every day. These people are blocking me from my friends. They're blocking me from girlfriends. or having a girlfriend. They're blocking me from living my life. And they're stealing monies. They're embezzling monies and they're embezzling time. This has been mentioned several times in reference to the crimes of these people. And the unions, obviously the union attorneys, the attorneys at the Screen Actors Union, the Directors Union, the Writers Union, the attorneys at the casting offices and the talent agencies need to come together and do something to stop these people. I'm supposed to be at my mother and father's companies in the executive offices. They're still choking me. See how much they're choking me? It's attempted murder every day. And in reference to the human rights lawsuits, where's that money at? Where's the police brutality lawsuit monies? Obviously, there's too many of their people that are on properties of my mother and father's companies that are conspiring against me. They don't have a legal right trespassing on the properties and stealing the properties or trying to steal the companies. They're trying to pull off the crime of the century is what these people are doing. It is attempted murder and it's a violation of law since the first day. And in reference to directors and writers and cinematographers and people in the modeling industry, people need to do something. They need to arrest the postal carriers or the post office person that's stealing my postal mail. That person is not me. I am the most documented person in this city, in this country. My whole anatomy is documented. There's no way to confuse me with somebody else. All the directors and writers and producers and TV cinematographers, they know who I am. And so which person is trying to confuse everybody? Which person is denying my identity? Which accountant? Which executive? It's even documented in the Richie Rich movie. Mr. Ferguson and Mr. Van Doe shit, you know, where they try to steal the company from Richie Rich. I'm known as like the real Richie Rich. And that movie was filmed on my mother and father's property, wasn't it? The movie Richie Rich. Wasn't it filmed on some of the properties of my parents? Obviously, that didn't make a bunch of headway that it should have. It's still a hostage situation. Today is 6/20/2022. And it is 1:10 p.m. Indianapolis, Indiana time. And the no compliance and the postal theft of what these people have done is serious crimes. And, you know, obviously Congress needs to do something too. And, you know, the executives of the studios in Hollywood, and I was on the Mickey Mouse Club too, and I was on other TV shows and movies. On hello in reference to the Flipper TV show. Somebody wants me to mention that. And hello, Perry Mason. And hello in reference to the Murder, She Wrote television show and Diagnosis Murder. And the financial crimes of these government people is serious. The activity of people stealing and holding me hostage. And I was even supposed to be on the White House Christmas list, where the White House was supposed to send me money every Christmas. They didn't even do that. Obviously, they've made this person that's been holding me hostage, they've allowed him to claim to be somebody above me, or he's tried to claim to be above my parents and my mother and father's property. You know, the IRS has to go after these people. It's like nobody's doing anything. I've not received any letters in the mail. Still been held hostage. They've still been burning me on jobs. They've still been blocking me from my mother and father's mansions. I lived at my mother and father's mansions. My identity is so documented, it is just ridiculous that people have tried to play these games. And all the court cases have to be televised. I mean, you can televise the court cases on court television. Reference to the deprivation of the activities of these people, the discrimination, the defamation of character, the financial defamation of character. Time is ticking away, man. People are just sitting there acting like they're too busy doing other things, but this is priority. Priority against the thieves, priority against the people that are trying to discriminate against my identity and my rights of seniority in Hollywood. I'm the owner of my mother and father's companies. I'm the owner of the studios. I'm the owner of the mansions. And yet, people are still trying to play their confusion game or whatever they're trying to do. That's a violation of the process of law, the due process. I was supposed to receive court case money a long time ago. I was supposed to have received benefits a long time ago. Somebody may have sent some, but the post office is obviously stealing it. The post office has been a problem for over 30-something years. Even back in the 80s when they held me hostage. There are people with stealing the postal mail that my mother tried to send to me when they had held me hostage in Indianapolis before. See, when things are something that's been so long and the activity of their crimes, meaning the long history of their crimes, is pretty much they need to come in and to a situation and just start firing people at the post offices and firing people in government, impeaching people. It's just way overdue, the crimes of what they have done. Like, they know that all these people are stealing from me, and yet the courts aren't even stopping them. Obviously, they need to evaluate what people are the court judges. Are they Catholic and Jewish court judges? People need to find out what court judges are doing this. And it's 1/14/6/2022.